In fact, they tried to cut out a ship at Alexandria, but they were repulsed. This British force had the fiendish idea of burning Mount Vernon, the home of the arch traitor, but they were beaten off. In the War of 1812, the British do send a fleet up the Potomac River. They will come up the river at the same time the British marching overland from Benedict from Benedict will take and sack Washington, burning the Capitol and all the public buildings. Their fleet coming up the Potomac River will take Alexandria. They will not burn Alexandria. They will seize a great amount of tobacco, seize a number of small boats, and then fight their way back to the water. So by the time of the Civil War, we have a big masonry fort up at Fort Washington. We had one at the time of the War of 1812, Fort Warburton, but the commanding officer lost his nerve, blew up the magazine, and evacuated. So they will build Fort Washington after the War of 1812. So the Confederates decide we'll make it hard and hopefully have a cold winter in 61 and 62, because practically all coal for the public buildings and the wealthier in Washington is brought in by steamboat. So the Confederates decide we're going to cut off the traffic on the Potomac River upstream to Washington. It's easier to cut it off on vessels going upstream than downstream. So they select 4 points. They're all going to be on high ground, Flintstone Point being the highest, and where the river is approximately 1.5 miles wide, which was, unless you've got big rifle guns, the maximum range of the artillery. So they're going to erect a battery here of 4 guns down at Cockpit Point, downstream there, just below where Powell Creek was, where the Possum Neck power plant is. They will build another battery. Then at Shippingport, down there where the Quantico River stream flows into the Potomac, they will construct another 4-gun battery, and then one at Evansport. So they're working away here. This point is grown up in timber at that time. They plant, as the other points are.